Ugh. Rob is missing. I'm gonna start late. Rob.
Everything disappeared.
Yeah.
Why?
All right. Don't worry about it. We're gonna start momentarily.
Okay,
Uh,
when the
yes.
videos, I
Yes.
start.
Silence on my end.
Hello, Cecil County and the world, and good morning. It's the morning show, Monday, January 27th, 2025. I'm Rob Churnside, and this is Cecil TV. Let's get right to the weather, shall we? Today will be sunny with a high near 44, and the winds will be not too bad with a low of about 25. Tonight, clear skies. It's going to be cold, and tomorrow, sunny, high near 33, northwest wind, 7 to 14 miles per hour. So let's get into the events, shall we? Lots going on in Cecil County. We have the winter lights, winter nights, and don't forget Thirsty Thursdays in downtown Northeast every Thursday in January and February, featuring special light up cocktails, bargains, bargains, bargains on Main Street in Northeast, and much more on the Winter Lights Cecil Nights Festival. If you missed it on January 25th at Northeast Library, they had the Journey Back through the Holocaust series. Always something good going on at the library. Now, if you're interested in becoming a homeowner and you don't know where to start, 9:30 on February the 1st at the Northeast Library, get an overview of home buying and the whole process involved at the first time home buyer class. They will cover topics such as mortgages and settlements, down payment, closing cost assistance, shopping for a home, the residential contract of sale, home inspections. Uh-oh. And watch out. They're going to teach you about predatory lending and fair housing. Now for the news. In a press statement, the U.S. State Department has said that consistent with President Trump's executive order on reevaluating and realigning the United States foreign aid, former Senator Secretary Rubio has paused all U.S. foreign assistance funded by or through the State Department and U.S. Agency for International Development. That's USAID. It's all going to be reviewed. And Rubio is initiating a review of all foreign assistance programs to ensure that they are efficient and consistent with U.S. foreign policy under the America First agenda. President Trump stated clearly that the United States is no longer going to blindly dole out money with no return for the American people. Reviewing and realigning foreign assistance on behalf of hardworking taxpayers is not just the right thing to do, it is a moral imperative. We won't get into all the moral imperatives that are out there because we don't have time. But right now, today's feature, Aaron Wright, General Program Manager at Voices of Hope, the recovery community organization that serves Cecil and Harford counties. Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you, Rob. Good morning.
And good morning to you. It's, we were talking about this. It takes a village to make a drummer effort that we've been involved in. It started with a fella giving some drums to Rob Massimiano at the Tidewater Tattoo. He gave them to me. I told Doug Donnelly at Cecil TV about it. And Bobby Jones, Bobby D, or the guy who plays drums all over Main Street and hooked on drums, not drugs. And we got together, we got this drum set, we fixed it up, got all the stuff together, and now I'm going to bring it to one of your group homes in Elkton and teach whoever wants to know how to play drums. That's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that, and thanks for indulging me. I hope that people have a lot of fun with that, and it helps them out.
Yeah, no, thank you, Rob. Joe's very excited, and like you said, any healthy coping mechanisms are a welcome opportunity at our recovery homes.
Well, once Joe gets a banging away, everybody else is probably going to want to get into the act. Who knows? You had a rock and roll Friday at Voices of Hope last week, right?
Yes, we did have our rock and roll for recovery event in Harford County. It was a great success. We had about 240 people at the Foston Barrow House. Really great opportunity. There was a band there as well, and we did raise a lot of funds to help the recovery community there in Harford County.
Oh, that's awesome. I've eaten there too. It's good.
Yeah, it was good.
So, what else are you into? At last week's citizen input session with the county executive, you raised the issue of the county setting aside funds for a fixed funding source that could help with your organization's operation. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, and thanks, Rob. So, Voices of Hope, we are probably 99.9% grant funding, meaning we only raise funds to help the recovery community. We rely on grant funding to help and to provide the services that we do, especially our 24/7 operating center here in Cecil County, where we're open 24/7, 365. We don't close. With that being said, Rob, sometimes grants are what's called reimbursable, right? So it's like you have to spend $750,000 in order to bill the state for the grants for $750,000.
Right.
And that's kind of challenging, especially for a nonprofit, right? We don't have a lot of money. And to be honest with you, Rob, come June, when the grants end, we could all be out of a job. So we don't know as far as the deficit that's hitting the state of Maryland will start effect and trickling into the grants that are allotted to this community. So without that steady funding stream, we don't know if we have jobs. So it would just be really nice to have something steady for our operations costs.
Sure. You guys are doing good work. It would be a real shame if there was a little bit of attrition going on, or a lot. That would be bad. The Behavioral Health Advisory Council, you're the chairman, and you've been holding listening sessions around the county. How have these sessions been going, and what are people telling you?
Well, they've been going great. This is our fifth one. We just had our fifth one on Thursday, January 23rd in Cecilton. We had it at the Cecilton Community Center. And Rob, what we're hearing is a lot of more transportation, more access for mental health for youth. We're hearing a lot about what's our elderly population doing. We're hearing a lot about, hey, is there anything that's non-alcohol related for our population from 18 to 26, 28 years old? Something fun to do. And of course, also, can we get a substance use treatment center here in Cecil that takes Medicaid? So with that being said, our Cecilton, we had the Cecilton town administrator. She was wonderful. She let us use the place. And in fact, get this, Rob. So after the listening session, she loved it so much. And, Cecilton's kind of out there, right? So you got cornfield, and you got a Royal Farms, right? And you're in Cecilton. So with that being said, the recovery community was trying to get a place where they could hold a meeting. And the town administrator said, you can absolutely 100% use my spot. And starting in 2 weeks, there will be a 12-step fellowship support meeting for those folks in Cecilton, so they don't have to worry about getting a ride to Elkton.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And you mentioned your call center, your 24/7 call center. You mentioned some of your homes. How many group homes do you have, and what's the full range of your services?
So we provide a lot of services, Rob. So anything from harm reduction, where we try to keep the community safe by distributing naloxone and giving access to sterile syringes for our population to cut down on the wounds and hospital visitations. And that's really where we plant the seed. And then we partnership with our Cecil County Health Department to provide what's called CATCH, Cecil Addiction Treatment Coordination Hotline. So that is 24/7 connections to treatment, Rob. So we have individuals, anybody that wants to go to treatment, we call, we allow them to do the assessment right here. And if they don't have transportation, we drive them. If they don't have health insurance, we work with the health department to get them signed up. And if they don't have ID, we found a loophole around that. And we're pretty successful, Rob, in getting those individuals to that treatment location within 2 hours, if not 15 minutes. Besides that, yeah. So besides that, we try to stay in touch with them once they're in treatment, Rob, because we want to be part of the discharge process, right? Do you want to come back to Cecil County? Is that conducive for your recovery? Do you not want to come back to Cecil County? Do you know about recovery housing, different levels of recovery housing? So we try to connect them to the certain, conducive to their process. If it's Medicaid billable 3.1 level of care recovery housing, or like our house, that's not, but we are MCOR certified, which means we can apply for the state for funds up to 6 to 8 weeks to give those individuals just a little bit of a cushion. Now, once they're kind of in a supportive environment, Rob, for the recovery house, we have about 500 to 600 people a month that go to our support meetings here at our recovery center. So we have 12-step fellowship, smart recovery. We have ACA. We're starting a MARA, which is medication for opioid use disorder, methadone, Suboxone meeting here. So we try to provide a plethora of meetings for our support folk. And then there could be a big gap in job history for those individuals kind of reintegrating into society, right, if they've been challenged with substance use. So we can also train individuals here within the state of Maryland to become a community health worker or a certified peer recovery specialist here in the state of Maryland.
That's a lot of services and a lot of gaps filled. I can remember working at the health department quite a few years back, over 10 anyway, and one of my fellow musicians was like just walking dejectedly out of the health department saying, I want to get clean, but I got to wait 6 weeks to get down there to Warwick Manor, the detox. So this is awesome that you guys are doing this, because when the light bulb goes off, you want to be in the room. That's
it.
awesome.
We got five. You got literally 5 minutes. 5 minutes to get them help, or we might not see them again. Exactly.
Yeah. So you're doing all this. You're funded 99% by grants. And I'm guessing you want you talk to the county government about becoming a bona fide certified official line item in the county budget. What's your next step in all this?
Well, I guess the next step is we had County Executive Adam Strait tour here before he was elected. So he's in full support. And just to be very honest, Rob, Dave Trolio and his team and the council, members of council, are all in support of us, right? So I don't want this to come out as no one's in support, because we have a few grants. We have a rescue and recovery with David Trolio and his team, which means that some of our recovery house residents can volunteer at the animal shelter, as well as maybe adopting a silver animal, right? Which means like an older animal that hasn't been adopted that our recovery houses can use as our recovery pet, right? Rescue pet.
Sure.
And they could have access to that, as well as they also did apply for a new Mommy and Me. So the county did apply on behalf of Voices of Hope to provide a recovery home for mothers and mothers with children here in Cecil County, which we're very grateful for. So I don't want this to sound like we're ungrateful because they.
Oh, no. That's why I asked. I figured that's where you were going with all this. That's great.
Yeah. So we were just wondering if it's possible just to get like a line item just for operations costs in times of where it's reimbursable, or if we don't get the grants that we have to support the 40 individuals that currently work here in Elkton.
Well, that would be great. Any upcoming events or stuff you want our viewers to be aware of?
Yes. So speaking of that, we're going to have our gratitude banquet. That is going to be on May 16th. We're going to have it at the Singerly Fire Hall here in Elkton, Maryland. We don't have tickets going out on sale. There might be a newly elected official also speaking at the event. So I'm not going to give away any information, but I think we're, fingers crossed, we have that locked down. So it's going to be great. This is an event. It's a sober event, right? But it's a family event. You can come, have a good time, get some good food, right? Some good laughs, and then also support the individuals in recovery here in Cecil County. So all the proceeds from that go to support the needs of the Cecil County recovery community. That's great. May 16th. And I heard about good laughs. You're going to do your stand-up routine, right? Yes, I can. You coming? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Okay. I know some birthday people around then that might be willing to go. We would love to have you and Doug and the team there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for being with us today. And you're always welcome on the show, Aaron. I would have your person from the group home call me, and we'll get those drums set up, and we'll get everybody banging away. All right. Thank you so much, Rob. Thanks for having me. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen out there in TV land, Cecil County and the world, thanks for watching Cecil TV. If you think programs like this are valuable, please consider becoming a donor to Cecil Public Media. Please like us on Facebook and subscribe to Cecil TV on the YouTube channel. And tell your friends.
Tell your family. Tell your ma. Tell your pa. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Bye-bye. Till next time. Have a great day.